Hi, and welcome back to Now TV, or aka I Am Just Jen YouTube channel. I never know how to begin these things, and I always tend to veer off on a tangent when I start off with the focus of what I want to say. Like sometimes I'll literally just meditate, think, and be quiet and eat food and be alone for hours to try and find my thoughts to make sure I get it said. So I'm going to do my best to try to stay on track with this. So today's video is about the Talkville live session coming up in Los Angeles on May 22nd at the Bourbon Room. Coincidentally, to which insecurity, I've already worked at a Bourbon Room myself in Ottawa, Ontario in Canada, which was a really hot, cool happening place. Like if there was a place to open up and kickstart and bring back to life, that was the place. Because things have gotten so ridiculously expensive for everybody, even people who are making money are not making enough money to keep going with the things they're doing that are right and that is good. So this guy got to a point of debt where, in spite of the money he was making, he wasn't able to keep that cool place operating. And everybody was so disappointed. So I find it's coincidental and kind of neat with the dual life and background connections that's going on that they don't know about, that they're doing. Coming together, combining is kind of, I don't know, it's like, it's that same like understanding of it's fate. Things that are meant to cross, things that are meant to be, that I've prepared the way, things that I've already done, the steps I've already taken, that I've opened the path to, made the way for. That being said, I will also mention one other thing about the Talon. The Talon does exist. There is a restaurant called the Talon. So the stuff that we come up with creatively in the fiction world, sometimes it's related to true life. It's real. And the Talon in real life is in New York. It's actually a restaurant there. Now, the last time I checked, it was still in operation, but via COVID, I don't know if they are. Now I haven't looked. So it's really sad to watch them do Talkville for this many years and go on Comic-Con tours without knowledge, without growth, without information, without new stuff to teach and share and entertain the followers, the fans about, so that there is something to offer people for the time and money that's being spent and given for all of that. Because the Talon restaurant is someplace by now, from the time that show started until 2024, to which everybody on cast should have gone to, where they probably should have held and hosted an entire event or gone and ate at together at some point in all of this time. So it just makes you have to pause and think and wonder what exactly people are getting out of their time and money. What are they paying for? Like, what do we want out of our lives that we're so desperate to, feed off of the same stuff when there's nothing new going? So this video is about the fact that I'm all about new stuff. This channel is all about now. I changed it to now because I didn't like Oprah Winfrey's own. Right? I own this. I own everything. Oprah Winfrey Network means own. So I can't handle the camera. Sorry, it's going opposite. I'll have to figure out how to. Yeah, it's in my way. And I'm like, no, gotta be better than that. Because socialism is terrible. Fun sharing is where the love is, right? I can't do this very well. I'm not one of those. Fun sharing is where the love is. So, because if you do fun sharing, you don't run out of funds. Everybody has enough to get by. So I thought, gee, I want to do something different. So it's now. What's happening now? I'm what's happening now. What I'm sharing is happening now. This is what's happening now. So the Talkville live episode happening in LA can't go far or do much without what's happening now. And I'm what's happening now. And this is what's happening now. The 3 books of poetry that are available for purchase through me directly, that have been self-published for years, to which I'd love to edit and revise, add some stuff, pictures. I'm even making a special novella where I can have them all together in one. What's happening now is the first half of the completed Smallville movie. This is just in first draft. This has actually got some itty bitty mistakes in it, and there's still stuff left out in question, which I'd love to have had Tom read by now and put his 2 cents in as the main character for it to be as perfect as I like it to be. However, if that doesn't happen, I'm still going to finish revising and editing the final draft so that it can go to print as a book with no mistakes in it, even without those details answered. I'll just make my own answers. So, watching this now, if you see me and this, support me. Support the Talkville live that's coming up in May and make it better, make it right. Help make it possible for them to find and see this video, or anybody finding and seeing this video to know when they're going there, to bring it up and mention it and tell them to go there, or pull it up for them to see it, so they can see what's happening now, so they can actually know that it's time to talk about what already happens to exist, what has already happened, and when it took place, that it's been around for a long time. And this is my another story with Joe Fox and Kathleen Kelly, new title for copyright issues, because it's different country, for safety, right? The writer who wrote the original You've Got Mail has passed away. Gene Stapleton has also passed away. And they both passed away on me in the same year that I was writing this. So that's providence. That's like a destiny, a fate of woman passing on privilege and art to woman. So it's very special to me. It's important. And this could have already been made post-production. And I'm still looking to put this into stage production, because that's what inspired me to write the second one. Because the original You've Got Mail was actually originally for theater. It was done on stage. It was a play. And the writer, the director that went and searched for a new story to make a movie out of, found it, and then wrote a new story and turned it into a movie starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. Now, in all the time, and the copies I did make and send out to people, nobody read them. And I didn't even get those copies back. So I get worried, right? Because that's an infringement on my rights I fear about. So I don't want to make any more copies. I did sign one copy, and I sent that copy to John Schneider. And he got that like 10 years ago. And Michael Rosenbaum and the YouTube challenges with the ice bucket challenges and the post I was putting up about my attempt to try to give my youngest daughter up for adoption, or open adoption, shared custody with Tom, all that goes back 14 years. But with Michael's messages trying to reach Tom, that goes back 10 years also, like John Schneider. So there's a lot of history there, a lot of truth and background information that's already been told. The story has already been laid out. The path is already there. There's only one direction that they can go in, because otherwise it's just going to keep going round and round and round in circle, because they're afraid to go outside the circle and see the square or the rectangle that's all the way around them already. And eventually you guys, the fans, the viewers, the readers, are gonna, be in that rectangle outside of the circle and go, oh, wait a minute, and start realizing there's all this other background stuff that's available for us to know and read and enjoy and purchase. And that's where I'm going today. It's that I need to know that people want to know about what's going on to Kathleen Kelly and Joe Fox, and veer off this path of Superman and find out that women can be powerful and important and special. I have new superhero characters. There's new kids in the story. There's new bad people in my stories. And it's not about Superman or capes or tight clothes and flying. It's about women, females. And we have the right to be impactful in this industry in a big way. Now, I'd love to see this get made with Helen Hunt, or even Christina Applegate, who now has the time, since she's finished her TV show, to help edit and produce and direct and cast 4 people to play this. And this movie was the first movie I actually ever asked Tom Welling to read. I didn't actually bring up the Smallville movie. I didn't actually suggest or tell him that he needed to read this first, because I had already been Smallville'd out, Tom'd out, because of how long ago and how far back I went already with all of this that led to writing a movie in the first place. It goes all the way back to 2008, when I was still young and beautiful, before a second unplanned pregnancy happened to ruin my health and my body, when there could have been new episodes of the show which could have continued the show past season 10. I had already started episodes. I had graduated from a creative writing course, and it was time to write. Heath had died. I had just finished Passing Paths with Brad Pitt and Angie, and the 2 kids they had at the time. And I was devastated that I had lost Heath, because he had been a part of my plans. So all this other stuff started coming out of my head, hitting the paper. I got upset with Al Ghul, He was doing a bad job, bad thing as a man and a father and a leader and a figure for prominent, what do you call it, examples being set for the new age of viewers and kids growing up, for family viewing television. It wasn't wholesome. It wasn't good, and it didn't pick anything about what Superman would stand for and mean and do and be, especially if he's working under the concept of higher power, God, the universal creator, right? And understanding the power of kryptonite, which was what Krypton was built from. So it went awry. And so, of course, it makes sense that the show came to an end. And after so many years of it festering and collecting, it turns into a movie naturally out of me, because I was naturally that right one. So I'm all tomed out. I'm already done with this Comic-Con touring and all of the yapping. I don't have to watch or listen to anything him and Michael are saying, because they got nothing to say. They're not saying anything. It's not intellectual. It's not new. It's not informative. It's costing you guys time and money. And it's not helping direct the future into a better place, so we can get to this connection of Talkville and now being together in sync together. And so we need to fix that Now TV in sync Talkville stuff, and I need all of you fans to help me do that. This video today primarily is because my daughter is in a marching band, my 14-year-old, and they won their provincial competition. So they're going to nationals, and I've already bought my plane ticket. I'm surprising her. She doesn't know I'm coming. So I'm going to Toronto, where the national contest is being held, because this is a once in a lifetime thing. She may never be in a high school band, marching band. No, sorry, it's not a high school marching band. It's the Burlington Teen Tour marching band. It's actually the city marching band. It's the people that go out and do those festivals, and they do all the parades and stuff. Those marching bands, like the professionals. So she may never be in one of those and win again provincially, or go to another national competition through a marching band situation. So I would be crazy to miss that. I'm so proud of her. It's ridiculous. And essentially this video is about moving past Smallville. It's not Talkville. You can talk about all kinds of things with the title of that show, which can connect with Now TV. Henceforth, the point of this. I want to move on to the point of why I did all of this writing, what my career was based on, where it started from, the concept behind that drove me to have to achieve so much success. And that was Steve Martin, Steve Martin, Steve Martin. Back when I first saw Tom Welling in a movie on TV, I hadn't even gone to the theater to see it. I was flipping through cable channels, just a new mom to my new kid in a very bad relationship, very dangerous man, very bad marriage, because I had a very bad hard life, very much like Don Knotts, but worse, because I didn't have the military to hide in, to go around using my puppet, which is back there, which I didn't connect to till yesterday. I love that man. So anyways, blessing aside, I wanted to write a career. I wanted to do something with my writing skills that would be good enough or big enough so that I could present it to Steve Martin, that it would be good enough that he would look through it, read it, be excited, like it, and then put it all down and say, okay, you have proven to me that you have what it takes, the lasting abilities to make it in this work, in this world as a writer. Because I didn't have the ongoing acting experience to go with it. Been to acting school. I've done all of these years of videos, and I've done audio clips and music and busking and little radio interviews and stuff, but I have no resume of on-screen work. So I had to do it this way. And I wanted to be able to play the lead role of Tom Baker's oldest son, Charlie Baker's last wife. Now, in this story, because of the history lost in the time, it's had to be multiple divorces and multiple kids. But I haven't fine-tuned how that goes, because it would be nice if I could do that with Steve Martin at the very least, even if we have to replace Tom Welling as the Charlie Baker in the story. But the point of the national competition is that I have to go videotape that for myself in person, because you don't want to miss once-in-a-lifetime moments like that where you can take real footage of a real child's musical career unfolding before your eyes and not use that in a movie situation where it's all about family and love. So my goal and end of this video point is that I need Steve Martin in Toronto. Bring Martin Short. Bring the entire cast and crew of Murders in the Building. Makes no difference to me who's videotaping this event. But let's get this done so we can take this footage and use it to help build Sarah's future and support her and be all ecstatic about this wonderful once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is where I wish Charlie Baker would be. So essentially, I need this whole Tom Welling Smallville Superman stuff to stop and just put it down, right? Get up, walk away, and move on to something else. Move ahead to something new. Move forward to something now. And look forward to that now opportunity. Because of all the years lost to do that Charlie Baker, a Baker's Dozen movie, thrown away because of all this time on tours talking about the past of Smallville from a decade ago, when this movie's already been written for 4 years and had already written episodes long before that, right? Like, it's done. It's so off cue, off time, and so out of sync. Like, there's still the future to look forward to and other stuff to look forward to. If at some point he wants to patch up or fix that part of the Smallville history, we can do the animated series like he has already brought up. He is right. But in closing, I have to say that you can't make the animated series without me, my cartoon characters, which are already made, my avatars, and the Smallville movie. Because at the end of the day, I am still the writer of a Smallville movie. And not talking about me and not looking at the videos or showing the website and the Stage 32 account or the vocal page or the Amazon listings of stuff or the YouTube videos is going to change any of that history or that fact or that reality. It's not going to make it go away. It is what it is. I have a bigger circle of information, bigger experience, bigger amount of information. I have a bigger career, more important stuff to share than just that. It's not a one-hit wonder, one TV show world for me. And I'm trying to reach the fans and the people that are supporting that idea, who are interested in knowing more about that future with now, through me and my work. I want to go and enjoy that vacation and have a good time with my daughter. She's going to Europe on May 31st with that same band after this competition. She'll be gone for a few weeks to UK, France, and other places where they're going to be performing. And I need support to be able to financially enjoy that time with her and send her off so she can enjoy that time. And so that's where supporting the work on the website and all the other places that I will list below, and you subscribing to this channel can help make a difference. And it doesn't cost anything. It's free to subscribe to this channel to get me over the 1,000 subscribers. And you can contact me with the information below to order copies from me directly. And I can send it to you, whatever you want. You can read whatever you want on my vocal page that's there, and you can tip and pledge for $3 a month and do all kinds of other things, or just send e-transfer donations to help make it possible for me to do this time with my daughter and video record a big part of her transition out of high school and into her future with a big bang send-off. And I will love all of you and all of that support in helping me do that. And if you get through this whole video, please share it, forward it, show everybody you need to show it to who's a fan of Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, and You've Got Mail, and the second one, and Steve Martin and Martin Short. If they want to be in it, they'd have to read it and get it to them as well. And I'd love to do special episodes on Murders in the Building. I'd love to recite material from my poetry books. I have upcoming production in Vancouver that I need to be doing, which I really shouldn't be leaving Vancouver to go see her competition to do. I can't really afford to do that. But I have to because I'm a great mom and I have a great kid and I have to support that. So that's my thing. That's my spiel. I think I did manage to cover the whole basis on that train of thought. So I'm going to let you guys go and put all the information down there. Please click on all of those things. Sign up, follow, support, click the bell. And share with everybody else. And I'll pray and hope for an immediate change in future in helping me now, to help my daughters now, so that when I come back after she's left for Europe, that it will have all worked out for the best for everyone. Peace out, everybody. It would be great if I was actually at the Talkville live event May 22nd, but I don't know. But at least with everybody's support and help, they can at least be talking about Now TV and what's happening now at that event, whether I'm there or not, because I can still connect with them even if I'm in Toronto, supporting my daughter's future. Peace out. Thank you very much. Bye. Thanks for watching. Superwoman signing out.